Williams Atlanta Classic. I've been in business for 7 years. I've dealt with first-time homeowners, second-time homeowners, sellers, investors.
I'm owner of Dry Star Cleaning Services. I've been in business since 2007, long and strong. I'm a professional carpet cleaner.
Today I'm here with Dalvon Mack, here cutting grass. I've been in business about 25 years old, ever since I was old enough to drive.
And then we're going to reinstall a bifold closet door here. So the doors kind of open up. So get
Right
that
now,
on
it's a
here.
full restoration job. What we have going on right now, we have pet odor, pet stains, and we're going to go ahead and treat all that, get all these pet stains out of the carpet. Out of this carpet. Now you see how that was ground out. So what I'm doing, I'm massaging and working the treatment and everything, and the chemicals and everything inside the carpet. What it's gonna do is soften it up, bring them back to life.
And we'll walk from here. This room would just be left as is. This is probably a converted garage. So I think from here, we're just gonna clean up the ceiling just a little bit. You know, and maybe even better just to scrape the ceiling and repaint it flat. Or if not, at Home Depot, they got a little can of popcorn paint. This is what they call a popcorn ceiling. So we'll scrape that, re-popcorn it, a door here, and this could be an official bedroom, but you do have a bath. And so, like I said, this is not an extensive renovation. Sometimes maybe we call it a bit of a lipstick flip. But again, you just want to make sure that you do a good job. You know, almost treat it like you will buy it, because you know you just want to make sure that you're professional. When the pandemic first started, you know, real estate in Georgia actually was deemed essential, so I never stopped working. But a lot of real estate shut down. But what we started noticing across the country, they dropped interest rates. So that, I mean, you know, people were getting 2.5% on a 30-year loan. That caused a housing market boom. You know, inventory levels dropped. You know, I'm competing with buyers 40, 50 offers in, trying to, you know, win the home, going 15,000 over appraised value. So actually, the lower interest rates have created a boom in the market. Home prices are going up 1 to 2% a year. A month. So in a 12-month period, there's a gentleman, he bought a house in March for 425. He listed in August at 475. You know, so now as interest rates go up, you know, they're about 4%. You know, it's impacting buying maybe just a little bit. But the latest reports I got is buyer demand is at an all-time high. Part of it is people want to get in that low interest rate before it goes back to 5 and 6%. So when you work with a real estate agent, we tend to want to work exclusively, which means, you know, we're not going to hire 2 or 3 agents. We run around and then whoever gets the ball last gets paid. So we tend to want to work exclusively. So you have to sign what we call an exclusive seller agreement. and they do change things from year to year. But basically, in the state of Georgia, by law, there must be a written agreement for me to represent you as a client. So that's just state law. Now, some investor says, well, I don't want to work with a real estate agent for one particular property. That's okay. You can put something in a contract called a special stipulation, which says this agreement is only for this particular property. So that way you can work with multiple agents. But typically, for one particular property, you're going to work with one agent. So now, you sign the exclusive listing agreement. The other thing that you have to provide or should provide is called a notice of latent defects. Now, as an investor, since you never lived in a property, you do not have to give a seller property disclosure because you never lived in the property. But there is a form that realtors use that talks about any latent defects. So whether you live in a property or not, if you know of a defect, you must disclose it. If you do not only can you get sued, the realtor gets sued too. So it's just best to disclose it. No need to worry about being taken to court over defects. So that's things you have to disclose. So those two of the main, of course, you're in a community association. If you're in an HOA, then you have to provide the contact for the HOA and all that stuff. So that's just so it's pretty simple with the paperwork. Now for this particular company, you'll sign. They'll come out, quote your job. They'll send you some via DocuSign that you sign, and basically you have up to 6 months to pay them. Now what they do, they'll put a lien on the house because they have to protect their interests. But if the house is sold, the lien is removed. So they do the renovation. You go to market. You go to closing. At the closing table, part of your proceeds are used to pay the company off. So there's nothing out of pocket. So it's really a great thing to do if you want to do some renovations to your property, don't want to come out of pocket, and then you can just pay out your proceeds. So there's a lot of companies out there to do it. So just choose the right one. Definitely get quotes from 2 or 3 of them, so you can do an apples to apples comparison and do your own research on the companies, and then make the decision that's best for you. As a realtor, a lot of people say, well, what about those instant offer companies? I can't say them by name, get myself in trouble. But there's pick your own closing date. It's so easy, And I think about that song, Smiling Faces. Sometimes they lie. Not that they're lying, but they're not showing you the whole picture. So I had a lady client who had a rental property, and she was going to entertain a guaranteed offer. She says, I can walk away with $242,000. Well, when she listed, after consultation, she listed the property with me. We sold it in a weekend. We had her under contract. She walked away with $286,000. That's a $44,000 difference. So a couple of questions. If you saw $44,000 on the street, are you going to step over and keep going? Of course not. What would you do with that $44,000? But here's the kicker. It's not just that. If you take that, there's a website I did this on. You take that $44,000 and invest it with a 10% rate of return. In 5 years, it's $69,000. In 10 years, it's $108,000. So you just can't look at that cost for the moment. You got to look at, because you're giving away your wealth, you're not able to make money on that wealth. So it's really, you're losing generational wealth. Insurance and houses is a way you can pass along generational wealth. So you really got to, again, talk about the complete picture of how much is this really costing me. If you want to do an instant offer, yes, my company does that, and of course I have to disclose it, but I just want to make sure, are you ready to give away the true cost of taking an instant offer? And they kill me to talk about pick your own closing date. The homeowner here is going to be able to pick his own closing date. So don't let that fool you. I don't want anybody coming to my house. Well, all their inspectors and everybody else will be coming to your house anyway. So, if this property was occupied, let's just simply have an open house. 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday. We'll select the best offer from there. So make sure you fully understand and count the true cost of those instant offers. Because if you want to invest money, surely you don't want to give away $44,000 using that example. So think twice about that.
Make sure you have the full PPE